I am not feeling it this morning. Oh my goodness. Okay, let us do our little thingy-ma-do where we add a playlist, because this would be horrible to do later. There'll be too many videos. And then let's promote on Twitter. Okay, that's done. So let's talk about the woes of life. I stayed up so late last night. I should not have stayed up that late. I don't know what was wrong with me. Well, I was having fun playing my game. That was the issue. And now I'm dying because I'm tired. Okay, so if you missed it last night, it was very productive. I got through my unfinished chapters in product production, marketing, and I finished the international payments and procedures thing. So let's find intro. Also, I haven't had breakfast yet, and I have this, which isn't what I wanted. I wanted buttered toast, but we don't have butter. And we don't have butter because Prince Charming made great cheese. No, that's not going to work there. Prince Charming made grilled cheese, and he put butter on all the slices, even though the thingy that it goes in, which is a press, you don't need to have butter. Anyway, we don't have butter, and so now I'm sad. Good morning. Okay, I think it's this one. Is this the marketing? I can't even tell. Yes, it's this one. I'm not motivated, and I'm sleepy because I stayed up too late. But we're here. We're doing this because it's day 5. Let's go to the Excel sheet to mark stuff off, because I did that because I'm a good study person. And today's Wednesday. Yeah, because tomorrow is iffy. I originally planned that I was going to take the 24th in the afternoon off and then the 25th in the morning off. But I'm a bit farther behind on everything than what I anticipated. Oh, this only has 53. I might be able to get through this in one sitting. Anyway, so I canceled that time off because I was thinking I'd much rather push myself now in the beginning and have more time off near the end. But I'm thinking I might actually need just to take some time off because I'm dying. Okay, so let's start this. We are working chapter 8, and it's the 4, 5, and 7 P's of the marketing mix. I feel like I have this for the other class. Okay, before we start, I'm going to take a little shot of sugar here with my lovely little mini Cuberdons, and we're going to have a good time. It's going to give me a shot of sugar, it's going to wake me up, and we're going to start this. So, I am happy. I feel like I'm doing what I need to do, so that's important. But now I'm going to ignore you all because study. Okay, well, Okay, so we have for 4, it's place, promotion, product and price, and this is focused on production and selling. I forgot my water. The 5th P is plus people. And okay, wait. So the 5th P is all about people, people at the core of the company or organization. Expertise, knowledge, quality, and how their employees, and how they're embodied the company, its values, etc. In modern marketing, it's also about personalization and knowing that the customer you want to approach and serve. 5th P gained importance with the growth of the service industry. So this is about personalization. And and about employees. And customers. And this came about because of okay. And then the 7 P's is plus process, process, and physical evidence. Okay, I'm going to go get my water because I'm really thirsty. Okay, and for that, the process, which is the product and service experience, the convenience and easiness, the whole buying process and the customer journey. Okay, so process is about customer journey. So And then the physical evidence is everything that helps and support the product and service, delivery and experience, and makes sure there is a match with the brand and its message. So like store, interior, reviews, after sales service, I think that's just customer service. Should match. The match brand and message. I forgot to set the timer. Let's do that now. Okay, what's this? Do I have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. So vision, mission, value, goals and objectives, strategies and innovations, and action plan. Did I skip one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, no. Little wonky pyramid. This is what needs to be done. How do we achieve it? What do we want to achieve? What do we believe in? Why do we exist? And what do we aspire? Okay. Okay. Okay, so that part's the marketing mix. That's the business core. Okay, I'm going to say that I don't need that because okay, then this just goes over what each thing is. So let's go to the book and see what the book says. Because if it gives me definitions, then I won't bother copying his. And they I'm not sure this is going to be the right thing. It's not talking about the product mix. Oh yeah. Okay, now we totally should be a review because it's the same stuff from the other class. Okay, product, price, place, and promotion. After deciding on the business and marketing strategy, it is time to develop and assemble a strong and detailed marketing mix program. The marketing mix is a set of manageable and tactical instruments and tools that are combined in order to reach and influence the selected target audience, convince them to buy your products and services over your competitors. In other words, it is what a company can do to influence the demand for their product. Okay, so product is a combination of goods and services offered. That can include product range, variation, quality, design, functionality, brand, packaging, customer service, and guarantees. And then he gives examples. Levels in products and services. Okay, yeah, so the actual product, what its function and features is design and style, its brand. The augmented product combines all additional customer services and benefits. And then the core product is about what the buyer is really buying, the core problem-solving benefits. So for example, the Volvo car. Okay, so for the actual product, it's a Volvo car. It's a brand Volvo type model, black with leather seats, park assistance, and reversing camera. The augmented product would be the customer service, the maintenance and repair service, the comprehensive insurance, but also the Volvo solutions that make the mobility easier and safe. And then the core product is to provide the freedom to make a personal, sustainable, and safe way. Okay. This commercial again, where the little kid almost gets run over. And then it goes over the actual product. Attention, the augmented product, okay. I think, I'm skipping over stuff I need to read. Okay, the actual product, the travel offerings, variation, choice, quality, the different key elements of a trip. Okay. I don't know if I copied that down. I think I did. Features. Okay, then we have product types: durable, non-durable, tangible, non-tangible, and type of customer products versus industrial products. Products and services fall into two broad bases on the type of the consumer who uses them. Consumer product and industrial product. Consumer products are bought by the final or end customer. Okay. Okay, the different types. So the convenience goods, specialty goods, shopping goods, and on-stock goods. Actually, I don't want to get hit. We're gonna have headphones. Problem solved. Actually, I'm going to do this one in red because I know I've been having issues with this one. So Mm. Okay. Let's watch this one now. It was commercials on for the history of Ben and Jerry and Haagen-Dazs, if y'all wanted to know. Okay, building a strong brand. Yep. The rise and rise again of private labels. Okay, here's a question for people if you made it so far into the video. In Belgium, we have this cookie called speculoos, which apparently exists outside of Europe, and it's supposed to be in the US, and it's called Biscoff. And it's still made by Lotus, and I swear I've never seen this cookie, ever. So, have you seen Biscoff? Okay, that was actually really quick. Let's mark that done. And since we have like 5 minutes left, we'll already open up the next one. How many are in here? Oh, there's only 54. So this is marketing mix and then about price. Is all a repeat? Okay, price. Okay, pricing is complex, and for many companies, big and small, it's a main fear in a discussion topic, which is preferably or often avoided. Price is and continues to be an important item when talking about market share, profitability, growth, and some elements in the discussion. Who decides on the pricing strategy? What are the elements we take into account in price decision? What weight do we give to each item? Which margin do we aim for? What is margin? What do we want / leave room to negotiate? Price expectation, where do we draw the line and why? An exchange rate, volume discounts, price volume, no, price increase, price decrease, sales, interests, etc. So from the company point of view, do not forget, price is the only item on the marketing mix that results in revenue and profit. All of the other P's are cost. Price is most flexible in the marketing mix. Okay, this is just a bunch of stuff. So too much bad gut feeling. Okay, so price. Price equals the amount of money charged for a product or a service, the narrowest definition. The sum of all of the values that customers give up to gain the benefits of having or using a product or service. In other words, what someone is prepared to pay. The money transaction value of a product or service. So the right price is the price that someone is prepared to pay at a specific time for a product or service. That is not an answer. Okay. In 2019, house prices increased in Flanders with an average of 3.2%. The unseen increase in both house pricing and transaction is mostly a short-term trend, according to, cool. Which factors influence the price? This is actually important. In general, price is seen as one of the most important decisions to be taken on marketing mix level. Price largely decides how a product or service is perceived by potential buyers who will be interested to buy the product. In other words, who is prepared a certain set price, what margins does it bring, and what are the costs. So, internal factors, overall strategy and goals, marketing objects, marketing mix consistency, and organizational costs versus variable costs. So example, maximum profits, larger market shares, double market growth must be translated into market strategy. So for example, don't sell a high quality product at a budget friendly price. In Belgium and other countries, selling below cost is illegal except in specific situations that are described in law. And then external factors would be market situations, supply and demand, competition, meso, and other environmental factors. The market dictates the upper price, the consumer's price perception, the price Perception is the value given to a product or a service by the potential buyer. Only if that price is equal or below that value perception will the product sell. Okay, so then we have this nice little graph, which I'm probably going to have to copy down, which is product costs, the price floor, no profits below this price, competition and other external factors, which is competition strategy, prices, marketing strategies, objectives and mix, nature of the market and demand, and then consumer perception of value, price ceiling, no demand above this price, and then price. So I like that, but sleepy. We'll do that in red. But the thingy's going to go, so we will say that I'm on slide 22, chapter 10. So technically I'm now ahead of, oh no, I'm on slide 21. Okay. This mess. So before I start up the next thing, I'm going to go check on my children really quick, and then I will be back to talk to you guys. Okay. They still live. Hooray. Let's go over here now. Oh, Kim, you're here. What's up? Woohoo, let's do this. I've seen it a lot. It was given. Okay, I've heard that the Biscoff things, that the people who have seen them saw them on airplanes. And so I'm wondering if those cookies are just like available on the airplanes, because I'm thinking of like the times that I've gone to the grocery store, I don't recall ever seeing them, but then I also wasn't looking. But I feel like the last couple of times that I went to the grocery store, if I saw, oh, hey, that's a Belgian cookie, I would have been like, oh my gosh. No, they're at Costco's and stuff. Okay, maybe Greensburg just isn't cool. Why do you want to work for Lotus so that you can get free cookies? Because when I lived in Potpourri, there was a cookie factory that was close to us. I can't remember which one it is, but like everybody knows it and everybody wants to work there because they give free cookies. Well, I think most of like the factory companies, and I shouldn't say most because I only know of two. There's the one, Hobronus, which I did a whole video on them. Here, let me see if I can even find that. I'll link it. Let me write that down. Link Hobronus in here. Hobronus. And they do abricot, they do caramels, and it's all made from the hop shoots, and it's so delicious. And they even invited me down to their factory, and I know some people who work there, and I've never heard anything bad about them. And it's the same for the cookie company or the cookie factory. That's I can see the cookies. That's the annoying thing, is I can envision the cookies. I can't think about which it is, but I know people who work there as well, and they have a lot of nice things to say. Like, they obviously care about their employees because they put a lot of effort into making them as comfortable as possible by having like these special mats that they stand on, which is supposed to help like with their feet and their back pain. They get breaks regularly, they have vacation. I mean, it's so much better, I think, to work there than in a factory in the US, because a factory in the US, well, I'd say most places in the US just don't care. And then, what do you drink for morning coffee? It's an instant coffee that's a chocolate cappuccino. Yeah. And most of the time I drink it cold because I forget it. I like to do the international trade. Well, the class coming up, you'll probably, well, I think you've had it. We're doing international trade and payment procedures, and I just finished chapter 3. Do you remember the Incoterms? How often do you use those in your life? Because if they're in order, I can sort of remember what like where they are. See, it's just useless. I need to know those, and in my little cards, like those are in chapter 2, and I skip them. And I have like little cards about the Incoterms, but even for the test that we had in November, I didn't study them that much, except to study the order that they were in on this little chart, and then each like little level thing. And so it was this like XY chart that I memorized, and it was just filling in the dots, and I remembered where the dots were. So if I remembered that chart, I could answer the questions. But if you were to ask me like just a random Incoterm, like where does that go, I couldn't tell you, because I would need to like do the whole chart and all the other ones to know about that one. Oh, they're so stupid. Oh, well, that's not encouraging. No, oh yeah, and then for chapter 1, I just said red because it's all about the EU. Okay, I understand that I live in Europe, okay? Europe's a great place, and I'm not completely stupid. Like, I know where places are, particularly if we're talking about Western Europe, right? Because there's England, there's Portugal, Spain, France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Luxembourg. Then you have Italy, Germany, and then like once we get over here, I really don't know, but I've never been there, right? I know the countries that surrounded France because I lived there. I know the countries that surround Belgium, which is significantly smaller because it's like a country that's this big. But the thing that really annoys me is that I get so much crap for not knowing the countries in Europe. And like, if we were to change this and be like, okay, can you name all 50 states? It's like, no, I can't. I could tell you the states around Pennsylvania. I could tell you perhaps some of the states around Georgia. I might even be able to list all the states on the East Coast if I had like some time to think about it. But otherwise, like, geography is not my forte. So it's really annoying that I have to know all the European countries in the EU. One, because nobody else in Europe knows. I keep asking people, do you know the countries that are part of the EU? And they're all like, no. And I've asked them, okay, well, don't you think that's important information? And they were like, no. So I don't understand why that's important. It sort of reminds me of being, I think it was in 6th grade when we had to do this. We had to learn all 50 states and all the capitals. And I did learn it in like 6th or 5th grade whenever we had to do it. And then I promptly forgot it because it's not useful information. Like, you're not a better person if you can give a country and then the capital, which is actually something that I was able to do in 8th grade because we had a whole worlds test where we had to give the country, and then give the capital of the country. And I got 100% on that. I couldn't do it now, but I could once upon a time. Because again, not important. Like, realistically, most people don't know where Belgium is unless they're from Europe. Because it's just... And people get upset about that because they're like, well, Belgium's the heart of Europe and whatnot. But it's like, okay, unless you're really into, like, the European Union or something, you're probably not going to know that or care. I don't feel like anybody in life has ever gone out into the world and thought, you know what, we need more geography. Okay, so going to ignore you guys again because we're starting up, what are we starting up? International trade and payment procedures, which Kim tells me we will never use. I sort of knew that, specifically for me, because it's all paperwork. That's another thing. Nobody's ever gone in life and was like, you know what this needs? More paperwork. Oh, but we finished up chapter 3. I have all my big little cards, all my big cards about the various pieces of documents. And I finished that up last night, and then I was tired and I was doing it, but I kept telling myself, you're going to be so happy with yourself the next day, Kathryn. And I am. I'm very happy with myself. I don't know what, oh, I put it here. Okay, chapter 4 starts on that page, and I think I'm going to have to download her notes because I probably don't have those. Okay, chapter 4, which is custom formalities, which are some new concepts, task of the customs, types of taxes on foreign trade, custom formalities, and the tariffs of imported duties and commodity codes. And then chapter 6 is really short. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. Okay, then we have custom values, and then we have types of custom operations, and then customs declaration. So, starts on 85. Now let's go. And there's this weird bird in Belgium that sounds and looks like a seagull, but it's not a seagull. Oh, let's start the clock. What do you mean that's not my code? It's my code. Stupid phone. Okay, yes, I did not download that. So we need to go on Toledo. And what class is this? This is the International Trade and Payment Procedures. Course material. And we want number 4. Oh, there's only 35 slides. Why aren't you letting me download? Okay, let's make this big so I don't have to squint. That's very important. I always forget that. So, customs formalities. Okay, I'm already bored. uh, how do I want to do these? I feel like I need to start using the colored cards because I have more packets of those. I think we'll use the colored ones. We'll use blue. Blue's a good color. Okay, so some new concept, third countries, import and export, custom status of goods, union goods equal T2 goods, produced in Europe, produced outside of Europe, but released for free circulation, and non-union are T1 group goods, which are produced outside of the EU, but not released for free circulation. Mm. I'm reading through the notes first to see how I want to note them. Because I remember when I was studying this in November that like there was a point where her slides just were not that helpful. And I actually understood better when I read the chapter itself. And I think this was that chapter. I'm thinking it might, okay, so here we go. We have a customs declaration. I'll probably want to make a big card on that. Yeah, because she has lots of schematics here, so. Then she's going over the boxes, it seems. I think it would just be better for me to read the chapter. Okay. First off, let's look at table of contents. Oh, I know why I don't remember any of this. It's because for the test, she marked off that we just needed to know to chapter 4, section 5, and I marked it down with a line. And at the time we were doing classes online, and so I was still working on her class. It was just I was studying for the test instead of working on her class because I figured that was more important. Because with her class, and I know this will sound horrible, but her class is easier to understand by just reading the chapter than listening to her, unfortunately. And I know that's so horrible, but her English level, it's very backwards, and I have to spend a lot of time just thinking, okay, what is she trying to say? And I don't like that because I feel like that's a waste of time. So I normally was studying for other things in her class. It was always for the payment procedure stuff. It's just, yeah. And I did notes on this. I'm just trying to remember, like, based on the test in November, how much of this was actually important. Because I know that the documents are important. I need to cross this out because that's not going to be on the test. So, not that it matters because it's only 3 pages. I sort of want to just do 5 because I think that's all paperwork. I'd rather focus on the paperwork right now. Ouch. I mean, okay, so okay, now we're going to finish chapter 4 and just get through it. Instead, we're going to focus on some new concepts. What specific ones does she mention? Because those will probably be the important ones. So, what's a good color? Orange is a good color. Okay, so we need to know third countries. Import, export. Then we need to know the non-union goods. Okay, no, we need to know the union T2 goods and the non-union goods. We need to know this. Okay, we're missing a community customs transport. Oh no. She just called it two different things. That's fun. She is CAEO Rex. And she doesn't mention the mass. So I'm guessing that's not going to be important because it didn't make it into the notes. Okay, so go to the news page, and then we have this diagram, which okay. And then we have tasks of the finals customs. So is this whole section just not important? Okay, I guess so. Because we have fiscal tasks that we need to know and the non-fiscal tasks. Okay. Then types of taxes on foreign trade. So we import the VAT and excise. And then I guess the rest of this is completely not important because we're already on chapter 4. Okay, for this she just wrote no. Where's my pencil? That's not my pencil. Okay, so we need to know that I don't know if we need to know that because she was just like, no. Then trade with third countries. So and then what's the NTS? Because there's import, export, and transit. Okay, I'm not reading today. Okay. Then we need to know this, this, and this. So it should have the SAD thing. Oh, it does. It's there. Okay. Now we're on chapter 5, or part 5, and we need to know this. And we need to know this. And this is just a bunch of pages. Okay, and then we're on import duties. And we're still on the list for her. Okay, then we need to know this and this. So I'm going to really mark this because she had like a bunch of pages for that. And then mixed duties we need to know. And a whole bunch of more pages. Okay, and this is customs values. Okay. Important concept, the value of goods at the import border of the customs territory, including all delivery costs to bring the goods to the place. Wait, what? Okay. Okay, so just going to read the customs value. Okay, so okay, we'll just read this really quick. So customs value is an important concept in international trade because in almost all countries, most goods are subject to ad valorem duties calculated on the value. In order to determine the duties correctly, the basis of which they are calculated, more specifically, the custom value of the goods, must be accurately recorded. So in summary, the custom values of important goods is equal to the price actually paid or payable for the goods, and that is not necessarily the invoice price. So in order to arrive at the customs value, the price to be paid for the imported goods, the invoice price is increased by the delivery cost to the point of entry into the customs territory of the European Union, such as packaging costs, transport costs, loading costs, handling costs abroad, and insurance costs. If they are not already included in the invoice, this depends on the used Incoterm. So depending on the mode of transport, the port of entry will be a port, an airport, or a place at a national border. The cost of transport, insurance, and handling after import into customs territory of the EU are not part of the customs value of the imported goods. Okay, so it's just the base price? Okay, so the custom value of the goods is equal to the value of the goods. Okay, the custom value of the goods is equal to the value the goods have at the import border of the customs territory, including all cost of bringing the goods to that place. Okay, so it's the base price plus transportation, I think. The customs value is communicated to customers by the importer. The main source of information for customs are the invoices and the DV declarations, or the DV1 declarations. The DV1 declaration is a questionnaire that is completed by the importer and provides the elements relevant to the valuation. At least one copy of the invoice must be handed over to customs for each customs declaration. The invoice is a document that contains a lot of information about the goods, about the price to be paid, and the costs, which are or are not included in the price. In reality, it is not so easy to calculate the customs value. Here are some simplified examples to make the principles of the customs clear. Okay, so customs value equals invoice price plus delivery charges up to the port border. Okay, CV price includes invoice price minus delivery charges after the import border. And that's for like the DAP, DDP price. And then the CV equals invoice price, which is for the CIF price. So there is no set formula. Okay. So invoice prices of goods from X Works Warehouse, New York is 40,000 euros. Transport is 1,000 euros and insurance is 150. So altogether that's 41,151 invoice price. Okay, so invoice price goods for DAP, which is, isn't it like deliver at something? I should know this. Okay, deliver at place, not unloaded, is 60,000 euros, and transport after import border is 800 euros. So in that case, it's 60,000 minus 800, which is 59,200 for the invoice price. Okay, I'm gonna have to send her an email to know if like we're expected to remember this stuff, because I already forgot it. Okay, and then there's a part in here that's proof of CV to customs is the invoice, and then the DV1 document. Okay, so this is the DV1 document, and she doesn't go over it like filling this out. So does that mean it's not important? I think I'll send an email to her asking about it. So afterwards, let's send an email about the DV1 document. Okay, actually, I think, no, we'll finish the chapter first because I might have more questions. Okay, so the final imports, I don't understand why there's a 40 there. Well, she has it in her slides, so we'll just mark it down. And then maybe I'll read this tonight. Okay, wait, what was this one? This is imports with temporary relief duty. And then yeah, there's that. Okay, how's that one? Then import with placement under inward processing. You need to know this. And then inward processing. So inward processing, okay, and then other temporary imports. Then this. And where the heck is that from? Oh, okay. And then re-import. processing. And then other read that. That, and then we have the final export. I don't understand what the numbers are in reference to. Are they like for boxes? Export and then temporary export. Temporary export, which is 7.3. Re-export and transit. And then we start the we need to know these. Country. And then we start customs declarations. So we need to know that oh, and I guess that's it. Because she seemed to skip over this. Then we had the document. Show the document, right? Show the document. And then there's all this stuff, important concepts. I hate that she's like, because she says important concepts and then she says relevant concepts. These it? Okay, I need to know the customs office of export, exit, import, entry. And central office isn't there. And then we have the AEL, the risk analysis, pre-notification, status, authority number, but we already have that from a previous thing, and the MRN. Okay. Okay, so that's all done. And then we have making a customs declaration. Cool. Export declaration. Okay, she shows this. And then we just have the document. Import declaration. And she shows this. hold on. So this is I go the wrong way. Okay, so this is the import declaration. This is the export declaration. Normally, yes, this is the export declaration. And we're on the import declaration. And then are we not doing this one? Okay, I guess we don't need to know this one because it's not covered in the notes. So I will just read. That's really odd. Okay, I think I'm gonna bug my friend. Um, yeah, that's fine. International trade and payment. So remember, what was it? What customs value? Mm-hmm. 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 Do we not need declaration for union tranche? In her, no, in her. Oh, wait. Okay, well, this is wait, was that in her notes? Customs for okay, so completion of the declaration is in her notes. That's what all that is. Okay. That makes more sense. I was going to say it seemed odd for her to skip over that many pages. Mm. 54, and then this is document versus just the exercises. Okay, that makes more sense now. Really don't feel like I did much. But I will think this might be something that I read. Oh, excuse me. Okay. I'm going to put this up. We're just going to stop early because there's only like 3 minutes left. So I think what I will do is I prepared prepared. See, that's a difficult part, is that I'm not sure what I want to do with that class. I think I definitely need to read it first and then go back over the slides to see what is relevant and not. So that'll be Monday. You know what I can do? I'll already download the last thing from her for chapter 5. And we can go. What is this? I don't understand why she gave us this. Oh, it's just the book, I guess. Okay, cool. Oh, it must have been for the international students. Save this. We'll already go through these slides. How many are there? There are 23. Make these bigger. Okay, so we have document. Keep count. One document. On internal bank transfers. Okay, so now we're on the bill of exchange. 2 documents. Charges, teachers. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to be done with that. So what do we have now? Okay, so what? Oh, I'm on the last thingy of Excel. Cool. I think we can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. We can get rid of this. Go to the main page. I'm going to go see if the children are still alive. And then I think I'll finish breakfast. Okay, I think I want to check how much information is in Excel. Oh, I don't have the last thingy. Let's go download that. Because I can't remember what it is, but if it isn't that long, then I might do German first. And then do Excel. And then when I'm done, I can be done and I'll take an extra long lunch. So let's see how that goes. Because I feel like the last lesson wasn't that difficult. I don't remember. My brain is so small right now. So let's open this up. In any case, I'm gonna have to move things around. Because I'm sort of powering through Excel. Because I think the best way to learn Excel is just by doing the exercises. Oh, it's making graphs. Okay, yeah. Now the most difficult part was making the graph explode. Okay, no, this is actually I'm gonna say super easy. Because graphs are easy. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm actually just going to skip it because it's graphs. And instead I'm going to work on German. And then I think I'll just take a really long lunch because, man, I'm tired. Or I could do German and already start an office. I don't know. Let's open the window and get some light in here. Maybe that will help. We're definitely going to work on German though. So let's move these out of the way. This can go here. I don't understand what we need to know from this book because there isn't like any vocab. Unless this is just like supposed to be reading stuff. So I think I'm just going to X this out and get rid of it. and focus on the grammar part and the vocab. I need this. And I need this. I think I'll take an extra couple minutes and I'll finish my sandwich. Oh, actually, I did want to look up the thingy for Word because I thought last night that I might have had a breakthrough. Nope. Nope. I don't know what the issue is. Okay, I feel slightly better now that I've eaten. Being interactive on the school on our school's Facebook page, because I'm part of the social media there. Okay. We got a lot of nice interaction on that one. There were 10 comments. Some nice engagement. I'm happy. Okay, so let's drink some coffee. Oh, oopsies. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Taking a little extra break because I'm ahead now. And I think what I'm gonna do, wait, did I finish chapter 5? Can't even remember. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Ah, here it is. Yes, I started even chapter 10. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is maybe I'm going to do German. Then I think I'll just move on to office. Then we'll do law, accounting. We'll see how much we get done in product development. And then with the time that's left, I think I'll go back and work on law because I'm behind on that. So okay, let's start that up. I'm starting to when it comes to studying. Prince Charming suggested that I took longer breaks. I think that might be a good idea because okay, starting the timer. We did what in the last class? German, I think, yes, I wrote up chapter 1 vocab. Why don't I have, oh, it's because it's the new computer. Word. Pin to taskbar. Okay, you know what we need to do? We need to mark down that we did all this because that makes me feel better. Okay, so let's do some German. We need a new document. And we're doing chapter 2, which is starts on this page. much longer. Okay. Let's bring this a bit closer so I don't have to be so bent over to type. Select all. You would already change the paragraph format. Set as default. Yes. And you also want to change the language to German so that it doesn't yell at me. And then, is there anything else? Nope. So 2.1 1. I didn't actually mean to do that. Is it Control Shift? No, Control Alt. No, no. There we go. So it's Alt Shift. It was something. Text in German is not being checked. Do you want to download proofing tools for future updates? Yeah, probably. I mean, because like if I'm working on German, it would be nice. Chapter 2 vocab. And I'm probably going to have to shut down Word. It better not change it to German because that's going to be really annoying. Oh no, 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 no. You don't want that. Oh, I think I might have screwed it up. Oh no, it's okay. I was sort of freaking out because I was like, I think it's changing the language settings. Yes, well, I'm working on downloading it. Leave me alone. BEGRU. How can I indicate the special S? Is there like a hotkey for that? UNGEN E R U. Okay, seriously. I hate languages with accents. Just saying. Like German, you're really uncool because you have accents and you have letters that don't exist in the Roman alphabet. GR. Wait, what am I even? VRABSCHIEDN von, not con, von. Plus it's going to be the dative. Let's save this. Why are you yelling at me? Yeah, I don't actually speak German. Okay, it says I can't work on it until then, but I guess I can work on verbs while I sit here. Waiting for that. So let's work. These are the important ones. We'll work on these. So haben in present tense is ich. Ich habe, du hast, es, sie hat. Wir haben the IHR one, which is habt, and then C and C haben. I'm so awesome. Okay, I actually don't feel like working on these, so I'm going to work on these. They're not in any particular order, so do this little part here. Oh, mix them all up. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And then we have the word klinken. I don't know. Ah, klinken, to sound. Stenchen? See, this to me should be stench, which should be to smell, and I don't think that's it. To sting, which is stecken. So stenchen, stecken, sting. Which is to go. Okay, we're gonna have to see. Okay, it definitely didn't, so I would have cried if it did. I still don't speak German. I downloaded the language pack and it was giving me the instructions in German. It's like, just because I want the language pack doesn't mean I actually speak it. Okay, back to typing. Where are we? We're here. So, voorstellen, das Gespräch, die Fremden scene, which is a verb. Die, and it's a verb. Determine. I feel like that was a word from the previous chapter. Guten Tag, guten Morgen, guten Abend. Right? Guten Nacht. How does it change there? I bet there's a reason. Hello. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, say him, that's to say. Cool. TSCH. US. And then there's an extra S, I guess if it's plural. Die Stadt, and then with an E. The Reise, I'm guessing that's vacation. I'm pretty sure that Reise is for Dutch. Happen is something. And then there's a special umlaut that goes somewhere. Oh, I wonder if it's the cities and it's actually the A that's supposed to get. Okay. Let's be real. I'm not going to put any accents on any of the German words ever. I will just accept the fact that I will forever miss points for that because accents are dumb. And I know that there are probably people who are pro accents, and that's cool. I'm just not one of them. Like, even in French, I never used the accents, and people understood me perfectly. Sports, deep politique, das in commun de la, and it's always singular. It's like, if you even consider like my teachers right now, not all of them have the best English skills, and I'm still able to understand them. Now, when it comes to learning, there are difficulties because of their English skills. However, they're not teaching primarily to native English speakers. They're teaching primarily to people who speak English as a second language. So their teaching methods work for their audience. It's just I'm the exception to the rule. I lost my place. You'd be there. I'm pretty sure that I had this one too. Divers. N-G. That's E-N. P-U-N-K-T-L-I-C-H. Das Büro. London. Gefallen. Besonders. Zum ersten Mal. Nicht wahr? Stimmen. Theater. Leidtun. That's native. Oh, and that's apparently a verb. And then slug. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Bye. Das Slug. Say E-U-G. E. Oh my God. I was thinking E and I kept hitting 3, and then I deleted it and got E and I still hit 3. La 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 la. S C-H A-F-T A-F-T Lish. Let's mal der Startplan ist genau en der kan der en die kundin kan in en i wash and UNDLICH and 4 1 2 3 EIER wash. Okay, now I think I figured out. Okay, so die Staaten. Where's that? The whole system for their umlauts. Okay, that's going to be good there. In de vrucht. I think that means that if it comes before the little dash, it's supposed to go over Stadsplan. Yes. That was my place now. We'll need to check that for the next. So then we have 2.2. Okay, we'll continue on the next page. So 2.2, Control Alt. Cool. Ankommen. Common verb. And okay. Did it autocorrect that? Oh, it would. Cool. Morgen. Dürfen. Nehmen. Oh, that's so cool. I like it. Okay. These are all verbs. It's important to indicate that because I will already have flashcards on them. Trinken. Verb. Beten. Verb. Die erfrischende hier. Beten. Der Kaffee, der Tee, das Mineralwasser, die Cola, der Orangensaft, der Apfelsaft, der Keks. Oh, this is going to be so awesome. Yes. Oh. In German, nouns always are capitalized. And now that I have the German language pack, it's correcting that for me. Yay. Fax. Faxen. Das Fax. Das Fax geht ab. Der Photocopier. the photo. P-I-E-R-E-N, and I think that's a verb. Groschen. That might also be a verb. Ziehen, verb. Die Toilette. Kaputt. Der C-H-E-N-B-E-C-H-E-R. Verliebt. Erlaubt. Mitkommen. Verb. Fertig. Fertig. I think that's a verb. Gave verb. Der Koffer. Abstellen. Das Schönrechnen. Yes. Wait to let's go to. I wonder if I can auto translate these. Hold on. Can Word auto translate? Auto. Okay, let's just see how that works. I'm gonna save this. Oh, what's wrong with this? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we want to go to review. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It works. Okay, so oh. Don't save. Okay. Oh, that is so awesome. So what we need to do is we need to go back and I think just I must have copied that one word wrong because it's not picking it up. So B-E-G-R-U-S. Yeah, that should be it. There's no suggested spelling. Okay, well, let's go to insert because I think I actually have the U already. U. And it's still not correct. That's not cool. There should be a B. So let's find out what that means in German. Actually, we'll go to Diebel. Okay, so it just means welcome. I don't know why my program is being weird. Okay. Das Wetter beat. Spot. Politik. Der Irland. Bureau. And oh my goodness, I'm like so happy right now. Okay. This was 2.2 and the last one was Imagine. Awesome. I was not looking forward to having to go back to redo all the accents. 2.3. Yes. Okay, so then we have the there. Later. The later in and there. Later. Der Personal. EITER. Der Export later. Der see der retrieve later. Yeah, let's spell that right. Later. Der Schafsführer. Such a big word with so many accents. Die Sekretärin. Also accents. Sekretärin. Der Nam. Der Nachnaam. Der Voornaam. I was insert in that special B symbol. Heisen, which is a verb. D, E-R-U-F-L-I-C-H-E, position. Der Beruf. Der Veter. Der Betrieb. Veter is a word. No, it's V-E-R-T-R-E. Oh. So it's V-E-R-T-R-E-T-E-R. It's moving. Where was that? Okay, this has an E. There. And sits. Keep losing my place. The address. The Privatnummer. Die Visitenkarte. Der E-A-C-H-E-N. Okay. And then verstehen, and this is a verb. And then we have herladen, and I think this is also a verb. I'm so freaking happy right now. Oh, okay. Trying to split the page when I can't. Okay, so this is 2.4. And das Programm. Der Programmpunkt. Die Betriebsbesichtigung. And okay, what did I do wrong? Okay. There should be a capital. That's the first second. So E-E-T-R-I-E-B-S E-E Sish T-I-G-U-N-G. Okay. And this is a first of all, it's It's a verb. And then we have der Teilnehmer, die Teilnehmerin. Oh, that's annoying because stopped. Then. So I'm guessing it's like city something. That is spelled with 2 A's in Dutch. Das Seminar. Das Essen. Das Mittagessen. Das Abendessen. Die Sitzung. Song. Anfangen. Verb. Aufhören. Verb and accent. Die Produkte passen. Okay, so PROD UK T PRASEN KAT. Let's try that. No. Video film melding. Der das Thema. Ja, die men, DAUER, and I think this is a verb. Die bolsa, die Kaffee bolsa, die Mittagsbolsa. Okay. Okay. 2.5. Quick shift. Okay, I feel like Betrieb is a word that I've typed a few times now. Betrieb, der Inkofen, verb, der Empfang, that's also a verb. I mean, obviously not that, that's a noun, but there's a verb, empfangen. Das. I know I wrote secretary, Secretariat. Fudge. SEKRETARIAT. Secretariat. Das. KONFERENCIMMER. I didn't get it right. CONFEREN. I'm missing a Z. Der waren EINGAN GE like a kiss. I feel like it's a kiss. Die Küche. Der Gesang. Die someone to join you. Okay, we have all of that. Now what I'm going to do is, since I have the pack, I'm going to already go back and Did I save this? Yes. We're going to go back to chapter 1 and fix all the words from there. Huh. Why isn't it not auto? Okay, there we go. So we're going to go and change. Is there no? Oh no, there's not. Oh goodness, I really did a horrible job here. There are a lot of misspellings. Okay, new G. This is the last one. Okay, that's done. Let's go to number 2. Grund. Okay, go to 1.3 now. Cool. Sunday. Oh, we're in 1.4 now. T-E-S, T-R-A-C-H. T-E-S, T-R-A-C-H-S. Okay, that's not cool. Guess we'll have to do it ourselves because it's like, this word doesn't exist. Well, now it's fine. Just making me have to do all the work. Okay, this whole capitalizing the nouns, I don't understand how people remember that. I don't know why, but for some of these it's not auto-correcting. A, B, A, C2. So it's just a capital T, capital E. Okay, I must have really spelled those wrong. Okay, so T-E-R-M. Hello? Okay, let's go to review. Editor. Okay, now it's just fine. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I forgot here. Third. Okay, let's do a search for semicolons. Oh, matches, I must have gotten them all. Okay. That means this is complete. Awesome. So German's done, and that took all my break. Hey, cutie kiwi. Long time no see indeed. Fortunately, German took all of my break, so I think, what did I do? I finished and corrected. No translations. And for that too, so done, 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 done. How's Japan? Because I think you're back there, aren't you? Let's mark down that we did. It's about 7 p.m. here. Goodness, it's only 11, and I have 1 more hour of studying, and then I get to call it done for lunch. And now we're going to start on business office skills. I'm just going to start that right away because then that can be done. Awesome. Okay, I had my mail open and I don't know what I was planning to do with it. Go to business office skills because I'm not sure if I downloaded the stuff for mail merge yet, but I think, no, we don't have the stuff for mail merge. We might just watch the video. Advanced Word. mail merge, PDF. Oh no, this isn't good. It's not good because she has exercise files, but she doesn't have the solutions to the exercise files. And I definitely don't have solutions to the exercise files. That's not cool. Well, if I remember correctly, I think the mail merge stuff was like styles and like setting up things. I don't remember. I will have my dinner too soon. Oh yeah, because it's still around dinner time. I have my dinner tightly scheduled right now because I'm studying from 8 to noon, then I have an hour for lunch. Then from 1 to 5, I'm studying again, and then from 5 to 8 is dinner time, but I've been finishing early and been doing more studying after dinner because I'm sort of behind on stuff. Okay, let's save this to the appropriate folder, advanced word, mail merge. Okay, we're gonna start the timer. And then I'm gonna start mail merge, guys. Thank you, Kiwi. So it's mailing and labels. So I think the easy part of this was actually setting up mail merge. Oh wait, no. Okay, hold on. In this chapter, you will learn to make and link the content file with data files. Oh no, this is a thing where you set it up so that it looks at like an Excel sheet and does stuff. And then you use the field codes so that it'll read the appropriate fields from your data file. So make a classic mailing, make and print address labels, and experience advanced use of mail merge. There's 22 pages. Let me see how long are the videos? Because I feel like I'd much rather just read than like I'd much rather listen. Okay, so concept, example, and demo, and then okay, so we're just gonna watch the thingy because I don't feel like taking notes. I remember it was difficult. Mail merge is dumb. It really is. Actually, I shouldn't say that because honestly, the skills that we learn in Word, like they're still useful because they can translate into other systems, sort of. It'd still be better if we were learning Google.
First part of this session, we will be talking about mail merge. So first I'm going to explain to you the concept. Then I'm going to give a little demo, which is important that you follow,
yes.
so that you see the process and how it's working.
Yes.
And then I'll let you make some exercises.
Okay.
So first I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see how everything works.
Cool.
I'm using the course material, which is on Toledo on the chapter mail merge. And you see that we are going to work on two things, mailings and labels. So first of all, a little introduction about what a mail merge exactly is. I don't know if you ever received personalized mail. It can be a letter, it can be a flyer, even a little newspaper, where you see that at certain places your name is added, or the city or town that you are living, or some info. For example, we have in Belgium a travel agency that sends out brochures each year, and you see that they have included some info, for example, your name, the previous locations of holidays that you booked with them. So that's all added into a document. So basically that is the concept of a mail merge. You have source documents with personal information. You have some kind of template where they want to add that personal information, and those two are merged, those two are combined, and they deliver you a certain document. So if I would like to draw that on a piece of paper, you have data. Those data are included in what we call a data file, and that data file, first I'm going to draw something else that I'm going to need in a minute. So you have a data file, and that data file can be a typical format where data are stored. Let's say, for example, I have an Excel file, or I have a database file which stores my information. Then here at the bottom, I have a template. And the template is basically the document I want to insert my data into. And what can that be? Well, that can be, for example, a flyer, a letter, a brochure, and also covering this in the chapter labels. So if you ever went to a meeting or a congress or an event for professionalization, then when you enter the venue, you get a label that you can stick on your clothes, or for example, a little card that's put on a lanyard that you have to put around your neck, and all your data are included there, your name, your function, etc. That is also accomplished by doing a mail merge. So what happens when you do a mail merge? Those two are combined, and you get a document where those two are combined, and then basically some actions that you can do with the combined data is you can print it on a label, for example, if we are thinking about a big event, or you can print it if it is a letter that needs to be sent by using a traditional mail, or you can mail out that document to various recipients. Important here to know, it's an important remark, that if you want to send a mail out to someone, you can't do that in big, let's say, numbers, because you have to send that mail one by one. Outlook doesn't support that yet, that you can, let's say, send personalized mail to big groups of people. You can, of course, if you have a mailing list, you can send the same letter to everyone. But if I have a mailing list with 100 hundreds of people, I can't send a personalized mail to each one, and that I have to do manually. So that's the concept of what mail merge is. If you want a screenshot of that, I'll give you time to make one. So then I'm going to give you a little example of documents that we have in the course materials. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to close my whiteboard, and then I'm going to go through some materials which are in the syllabus. So you see here, important to understand, we have a main document and we have a data file. And so the main document, that's the document I want to merge my data into, and my data file. Here we have an example, and it is an example of a real estate agency that manages some buildings in the coastal town, the Panne. And you know, when you have or when you own an apartment in an apartment building, each year you have to have a meeting and discuss certain things about the apartment. So here they have all the addresses of the owners of an apartment in an Excel file. So you have here, if we take a look at what's here, those people own garages. You have from every owner name, first name, gender, then their partner, if that's the case. Second, surname, first name, and gender, how they need to be addressed, and where they live, their address. Now, the letter itself is this one. That is sent out to the owners, and you see that certain areas in the document have X's. So where you see in this document X, that means you have to basically put the data which are in the Excel file, those data need to be inserted in this letter. So here, of course, I will need to add the address. Here I also see a few X's because, of course, person X owns garage number 1, person Y owns garage number 2. So I have to put those correct data in this letter. Here you see the X's again, and so the correct name must be added, and those are the data that need to be added. Okay, so that's the concept. Just checking, is that concept clear to everyone? No questions? I'm gonna take a look at the chat for the moment. So if the concept is clear, then I'm going to show you a little demo of what you have to do. The demo will be, I'm going to say, quite long, I think 10-15 minutes. It is recorded, and so if you, during the exercises, have some extra questions, you can also review the recording. So a mail merge is done in several steps. So if you open your Word, I'm going to open my document. I'm going to do it in another way. Yes, I'm going to open my document for inserting the fields. You see here those X's are there again. Here I'm going to mark them in yellow, so at a later time we won't forget that I have to add the data from the Excel file. And so these are the places where I have to add my data. You see here in Word, I have in the ribbon a section mailing. So I have to start here, start mail merge. So if I want to start a mail merge, Word asks me, okay, where do you want to insert your data into? And you can choose, I want to make a letter, I want to make an email message, labels, etc. If, of course, in my case, I've already opened my basic document, I don't have to choose here because Word will know what to do. So select recipients. Okay, the data that needs to be inserted, where are those data? I can start here from scratch and type a new list. I can use an existing list. So we will take this option. And then in my folder downloads, I have my data ready, and I have here Esplanade XLSX. So Word checks my document and sees in an Excel file, you know, by default, there are 3 tab pages. I've only inserted data on the first one, so that's already selected. Maybe before we do that, it's always a good idea to check that document. So I'm going first to open esplanade.xlsx to determine something, because I have column headers. Most of the times I have column headers, so I want to know if this is the case here as well. And I see it is. So if I close that document again and I go back to my Word, you see here the option first row of data contains column headers. It's important, it is the case. So I'm going to leave this option ticked and I'm going to open it. You see now by doing this that the rest of your ribbon was first gray and is now in its normal color. So if I have a recipient list, I see here all the people included in my document. Let's say, for example, that I know that Mrs. Florence Odent can't come to the meeting. She, for example, sent me a mail a while ago. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to untick this record because, yeah, I know she's not coming, so she doesn't need to receive this letter. You see here that I also have a lot of options. I can sort my list. If I say, for example, okay, if we take a look at the sorting order now, we see that it is sorted on garage because the numbers of garage are going up. Let's say, for example, okay, I don't want to sort that on the garage, but I want to sort my list on town. You see here I have an option to sort, okay, and now you see it is in a different order. I can also use this option, of course. So let's say if I have, I want to sort it on town, but descending, I can do that as well. I can filter values if I don't want to see all of them. And let's say, for example, I only want to see, let's say this, the first 10 garages. Okay, if I do this, then I will only see the first 10 garages, but still in the sorting order town. So basically, you have a lot of options to use. I'm going back to my filtering and I'm going to say clear all. So now for the moment, I've just unselected one record. So I'm going to say it's okay. So you see here, this button is if you need to change something on your data file. What I need to do now, and that is why we covered the section on field codes in the previous lesson, we will have to insert fields here. Word does that automatically for me, but I have here write the group, write and insert fields. I have a few things that can be done automatically. For example, like here, this section is, I'm going to delete all the X's right now, is an address block. Okay, an address block, you have different kinds of data that he extracts from the data table. But you see, okay, yeah, it's a data, it's an address block, but I don't see a lot of correct data here in my preview on the right. Why is that? Well, you have here a button, match fields. You have to indicate to Word which field matches this. So I'm going to, let's say, for example, the first name, and then I'm going to use the address. The address is here, the street. The number is here in a second field, so I have to indicate that as address 2. The city is the town. Here I've said that I want to show the name of husband and spouse. So spouse, first name, and the spouse, the second name. So I am just matching fields here to make sure that I have a correct representation of an address. So here you see an example, and here I see I have Mr. and Mrs. So if I am pleased with that, then I can click OK. And here my address block is set up. What else can I do if I don't want to do this? If I want another representation, I have to do it manually. I have to insert field by field. So for example, here, I'm going to show this in this example, the garage, I need a field here. So the garage number is here. And you see what happens. I have those indications of a field, those brackets that surround the name of the field garage. And then I want to add where it indicates deer. I want to add the 2 first names if they are present. And so to say first name, and I want to indicate the second first name as well. So I've put some, or I made the link to my source file, and I've indicated in my document some fields where Word has to go to my data file, extract the correct data, and put them in the place where I've indicated those fields. Of course, when you were doing this, if we move on in the ribbon to the right, I want to preview my results. So here, if I click on the button preview results, you see my fields are indicated, and I have the number of data that are present. I have here a tool that makes me navigate through the records, so I can start with record number 1. I can go through and see if those data are correct. And remember, I have sorted my data from Z to A. So you see here, if I take a look at the town people are living, indeed, my first record is this one. So if I want to know how many records I've inserted in my document, I go to the last one, and I see I have 81 documents, where for each letter that will be sent out, I have the correct address, I have the correct garage number, and I have the first name of both partners. So there are a few things that aren't quite correct yet. I'm going to try and so for example, if I have one recipient, that's working fine for the moment. If you do that manually, if you have one recipient, it is possible that maybe I can show you what the problem can be. Now take a look at this line. You see I've done this manually, and I've said, okay, I presume there are always two partners, so I've added the and. Of course, if a garage is only owned by one person, you see what happens here. That's not correct. So there are ways of changing that and omitting the and if there is only one record. And then the last step, finish and merge. Well, you can start by, if that's necessary, but I wouldn't advise that, to edit individual documents. So for example, if you have one or two persons who are an exception, you can go to, for example, a certain record and change that one letter. If you click on, I'm going to do that again. If you click on print documents, first of all, you don't have to be scared that it's going to come out of your printer right away. Merge to printer, that means now I'm going to merge those two together. Here in my template, I still have the option to tick on preview results, and I see my fields. If I say print documents, now he's going to merge all my letters. I'm going to do that. No, I'm going to do the first 10 because it is possible that it takes some time. So if I say, okay, I'm going to do the first 10, what will happen? It's taking some time. I'm going to say, okay, I don't want to print that, but I have to first I have to do this, edit my individual documents. And you see what happens now. Words, if you take a look here at the bottom, you see I have two things open now. You see that Word generated a new document where my first 10 records will be indicated. And you see he has a blank page here, so let's check if I can. No, I can't delete it right now. So I have my 10 letters. If I take a look now at this document and I go to mailings, you see I don't have that here yet. So this document, you can also see it on the name, letters 1, is my merged document. So do I need to save this? Yes, because if I need to prove that I have made a mail merge and that I have sent out all those letters, then I need to save this. I also have my template where I still have my field codes present. Do I need to save this document as well? Well, you probably should, because imagine the situation that you have a meeting like this again with the same content next year. Well, then you only have to change the date, and you only need to add the new Word, the new Excel file with the new data. So this here, your whole letter is set up correctly. So next year, you just change the date, you add your new Excel file, and if you are smart, you make sure that your Excel file has the same structure as this one, and then it's quite easy to use the same fields. So basically, if you do that, you don't even have to change the names of the field codes. So that is what mail merge is about. So now I'm going back to the chat and to see if there are any questions.
No.
Yeah. Could you see, could you show again how to link your Excel with Word? Well, if you go to your Word document, I'm going to open a new Word document from scratch, and I'm going to type in, for example, example, and now I go to mailings. I say start mail merge. That is if you you basically gonna need that if you want to start from scratch again, or if you want to make labels. You don't need that right now. We say select recipients. So basically in this ribbon, you go from left to right. You go through all the steps during your mail merge. You see that this section here is gray. The moment I select a new data file, I go to where I started. So exercise files. I'm going to show you another example. For example, here address says Belgium clients. You see, I have here addresses which are in a Word document. Basically, if we talk from the IT point of view, this is not a good way to store your data. Word files are not a good format to store your data. Data need to be stored at least in an Excel or in a CSV file or in a database file, but it will work. So basically, I'm not going to take this example. I'm going back to my Esplanade example. I select the correct tab where my data are in. I've checked my data, and I know that in the first row I have my headers. So now, let's say, for example, I want to make sure that I have, for example, a list of all the postal codes, and I'm going to add a space, and I need the towns as well, and I need, let's say, for example, the garage number. Okay. Then I go to preview, and then I see that this is my list, number of garages, and the town and the postal code. And then I can continue. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording in a minute. I'm first going to show you which examples you can make. There are a few exercises, and so it's all beautifully explained in the course materials. You have the recording as well if you want to review that. So, yeah. You see here something I haven't showed you yet. You have your fields that you show, and you know there are some toggle keys, combination with F9, Alt F9, Control F9, to make sure that you have everything in correct regarding, for example, the spaces that you see. So I'm going to let you explore that in the exercises. You have 4 exercises. I'm going to review them. This is Esplanade. This is the example I gave you, so you can make that one first if you want. Then you have an example from Judo Club where you need to type text yourself.
Oh my goodness. That was just painful. Okay, let's do part 2. Oh, there's actually 3 parts. Oh, my bad. This one's 24 minutes. Okay, you know what? We're just going to mark down that I watched the first part. since we're so ahead, I'm just going to call off early so that I can go have lunch, because in any case, the little one came in and is already hungry. So we'll go have lunch, and I will see you guys in like an hour and 15 minutes. Till it seems, my apple scenes. And I hope that everybody is studying well. Until 1 o'clock.